Deputy Heidi with the leading the chorus of Oohs and Ahs. Girl, I knew you'd come in someday handy instead of just always trying to arrest me for missing a parameter. Hi guys, hi chatterboxes. Mr. Producer and I are here. Mari Clarke's here. We're going to be crafting here in just a few minutes. This is Craft Roulette. I am Mary Gunn of Mary Gunn Fun, your intrepid host of Craft Roulette. What is Craft Roulette, you ask? What is it? You guys know. It's the ultimate paper crafting card making game show challenge, and we are here live almost every Friday night, almost every week. I'm trying to retrain myself. Man, that is not an easy thing to do. Leaving a seat right here for you, and bring your friends, because we have met so many nice people. If you are here new, we'd love to meet you in the chatterbox. We have a wonderful welcoming committee. Just get ready to be welcomed. And not only that, if you are from the Catherine Pooler girls, just say hi, or guys, just say hi. We had so much fun with her last week. She and Erica are, they're a lot of energy, but it was great. And we do really appreciate having them come and join us. Slideshow. Chef Kiss, man, that was a good one, guys. I really loved how you ended. I thought Card for a Neighbor was kind of a throwaway parameter, truth be told. But you guys took it with all sorts of heart. Which, you know, why am I surprised? I'm not. I'm not really surprised, but kind of surprised. I am surprised, but I'm not surprised. But you did. You took it with a lot of heart. I learned a lot about how wonderful your neighbors are and how nice you are to your neighbors. It was a really great gallery to read the information about the cards. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we have, this is an interactive show. We invite you to join along each week and send in a card. Last week we had 4 new parameters, and you guys that's what I'm talking about. You can see it over on craftroulette.live in the gallery for episode 181. And we had 354 cards sent in. We had 4 process videos, and they're all wonderful. Yep, see, wasn't it nice to think about your neighbors when you were doing a card? I like thinking about people when I'm doing a card. Usually I'm thinking about you guys. What would they like to see? What are the wheels making me do tonight? Anyway, you can go over to craftroulette.live and enjoy all sorts of information. Right now, though, let's have a moment, because we have something very exciting coming up. Oh my gosh, it's not October 7th is not only Erica Post's birthday and Darcy's birthday, it is World Card Making Day. And we at Craft Roulette have a wonderful event planned for you. There it is. Yes. At noon Central Daylight Time, we are going to be starting a crazy event where we have all these wonderful talented guest artists coming on to make some cards, and it may not be like anything you've ever seen before, because it is Craft Roulette, and we do have Mr. Producer doing the background on it. He's been working hard day and night getting everything ready for this show. You do need to register if you want to be eligible for the giveaways. If you don't care about the giveaways, you can just mark your calendar and join us. On this YouTube channel, you can hit the notification bell. It's going to be here, and it's going to be great fun, and I'm looking really forward to it. Sort of. I'm kind of like, Mari was asking me about it, and I said, well, she said it's going to be fun. I said, well, ask me at 6 o'clock on Saturday, October 7th, and I'll tell you if it was or not. But right now, we have never done this, so we really don't know how it's going to turn out, but we're hopeful because we know who's writing the program. So, if you would mind, give us a Vinny. That's a thumbs up in our vernacular, and share this with a friend. We would really appreciate it. That is a great, easy, free way to show us that you care. We do have some wonderful spin sponsors this month. We still have 2 weeks of these wonderful spin sponsors. We have Creative Scrapbooker Magazine, who's giving away a whole year subscription. I think that's great. Thank you, Jackie. We have Catherine Pooler Designs. She's giving away a $25 gift certificate. And, you know, after seeing her inks, I'm thinking I'd like to spend $25 on some inks. Sweet Sentiment Stamps. We had Jamie at the first of the month, and they have a lot of fun kind of one-off kind of stamps. If you are a little bit quirky, you might love them. And Hero Arts is also giving away a $25 gift certificate. It's great to have these people come and say, hey, you're doing a good job. Let's throw some fun out to your audience. The way you get eligible for those giveaways is to send in a card each and every week, or whenever. And then you will be eligible the next week for a giveaway. Plus, we give away a Krog, a Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty-bitty gift, and a goodie bag. So there's lots coming up. Just stay tuned. If you sent in a card last week, make sure you stick around to see if you won. Here at Craft Roulette, we are not sponsored by companies. We get patron support, and we love to give you lots and lots of love and thank you for being a part of our support team. The reason that we are here tonight and on Tuesday nights on our other show is because they have come along and helped us pay for our bills, and they do it every month, and we really appreciate them. We'll give you guys another shout out later. Plus, they have part of the show. They interact with our show and make decisions. Power to the patrons. I forgot this last week. I think I did say it, though. We do have a couple new patrons this week. Nancy Salkold and Dina G upgraded to fund supporters. So thank you so much. Very, very much. Now, Mr. Mike, how are you? He says the same thing every week. I wish I could remember things as well as he does. But no, I have to have notes. I don't think he can read. But it's okay. His House of Detizio did his little sleeve, and Mary Ann Hill did his little swinging doolally. We do. If you are new here, please don't turn us off. We're just a little bit eccentric, but we're good.
If you want to sign up for the giveaway for the October 7th, the link is in the description. Just look for the little thing that says October 7th.
Is that a voice of an angel? No, that is the voice of Mr. Producer. He's the one that's behind all this technical stuff. He figured out how to put the lights on. He's figured out how to do all the slides and all the good stuff. He even helped me make this mouth. Anyway, yes, we will hear from.
I didn't help. I made it.
He will. Oh well, it's hard to get any credit around here at all. But he is a driving force in this team of mules. Is there anything else we need to talk about? I don't think so either. So, from Saskatchewan, let's give a warm Craft Roulette welcome to my friend Mari Clarke. Yay, you're on.
Hey, everybody.
And the crowd went wild. You know, I almost wore my my black glasses today, and then I thought, no, we'll be twins. So I changed. Welcome back to Craft Roulette. It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. It has been a while.
Yeah. You always kind of add some class to my. It's kind of like if you had a comedian team, you'd have the straight person who's add some class, and then you'd have the other person, Tommy Smothers, and whatever the other guy's name was, Mickey. But anyway, we're glad to have you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'd love to know what's new.
Okay. Well, I'm just a crafter, and I live in Canada. I live on the prairies, so I'm kind of in the western part of the country, and I work for a few different companies marketing their products, but really I have a passion for crafting and creating. And I'm a mom. I have 2 adult children, and yeah, my husband and I just live in a little city north of Saskatoon in Saskatchewan, and yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. You are, you forgot to mention you're tremendously humble because you are not just a crafter. You're like this super teacher crafter, and you do wonderful. I don't think there's any paper crafting that you couldn't do. You're excellent card maker, very detailed, very pretty, and you also scrapbook. Do you do any kind of 3D paper crafting kind of thing, or do you?
I mean, I've dabbled a little bit in that, but not as much. I really love working with mixed media, And I've done some art journaling and that kind of thing, but I hope to get back to that. Actually, I really love doing that. It's very freeing. And I'm a huge fan of Dina Wakely and what she does. And yeah, so I like a lot of different things.
And you're going to do a crop tomorrow. And where is that?
I am going to be teaching at a crop in a little town called Dalmany. And it's just like a little 10-minute drive from my city out into the country. Just a lovely little spot. And they actually have one of the very few scrapbooking stores in my province. And yeah, they asked me to teach a class there. So I'm going to be teaching a class with spellbinders tomorrow. And so, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting some new people and kind of getting together with some people that I've known before. And it'll be fun. I love teaching in person because I was a teacher for 30 plus years. That's what I did for my first career. And I have a passion for teaching, and I'm looking forward to teaching in person. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's something to look forward to. Will you sleep well tonight getting ready, or do you have to
I'm not worried about it.
Last minute thing.
No, everything's ready to go, and yeah, no, I'm not nervous about it. I'm actually really excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. So if I can't sleep, it'll be because I'm excited. But that'll be fun.
That's nice. Well, we want to get to the wheel here as fast as we can, but you had a question for me.
En français ou en anglais, madame? English or French? What do you think?
Croissant. I don't know. Let's find out. Thank you, Chatterbox. I don't know anything except croissant.
I don't think she asked the question yet, did you?
Oh.
No, would you like it in English or French,
yeah,
Mary?
She asked it which language.
Croissant.
En croissant.
Croissant.
Madame, c'est quoi craft roulette?
Man, that sounds pretty. I don't know. Can you just give it to me one more time? It sounds so pretty.
I can ask another way. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça, craft roulette, madame?
Let's find out. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
What is Craft Roulette? Craft Roulette is a live paper crafts challenge show where the goal is to complete a project that has been randomly selected by the spin of a wheel. There are 4 categories we spin for: project, colors, element, and random. Each category has 24 possible options with a combined possibility of 331,776 unique projects. Whoa. We're live every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central on youtube.com/craftroulette. Please like and subscribe. Each week we bring on a special guest crafter to create along with us and share their unique take on the challenge. You can play too. Complete a unique project of your own using the same 4 parameters set in this episode. You'll have 48 hours to contribute by submitting pictures of your project through the submission form on craftroulette.live. Contributions are featured on marygunfund.com's weekly episode blog and the next episode. Let's recap last week's episode and submissions.
I don't know. Maybe I can still learn French. I'm pretty good at saying croissant. Anyway, that was fun. Now, we're going to move right into achievements because I got a card this week. You can see my cards on my little door, my prideful door there, of the cards that are sent to me. But I got a card from a nice person who said that she likes this part of the show because there's not a lot of a celebration for making cards. And so this is a great way for us just to stop and say, gosh, you guys, thanks for joining us and inspiring us with your artistic talents. And so we get to do this every weeknight. It's one of my favorite parts. Last week we had 354 contributions. Now we are up to 22,125. I can't even do that one in English. Cards completely. That is over 20 miles of cards. And look at your pins all over the world. Very touching. Love it. There's my crazy card from last week. Our project was a card for a neighbor. Like I said, it really was very cool how you guys took that one. The colors had to be sophisticated. Mine's still out. The jury's still out on whether I got that done. The element had to include something about craft, and then you needed to have some sort of tone on tone. The ways that you took it were just outstanding. There are some very elegant cards. There are just all sorts of styles. There's all sorts of sizes. There's all sorts of themes. I really, really appreciate that you did that for us, and that I got to go to the gallery and just hang out and stroll through and enjoy each and every card. Thank you. Now we're going to see what Catherine did last week. Catherine sent in, her card was so cute, and she didn't have any trouble with it. It was her first time on the show, but she figured it out just so fast, and she's made a cute little card with a couple little houses, and she even had a story about who this was going to go to, and she had it all figured out. It was just wonderful, and thank you again, Catherine, for joining us. This is a really cute card. Now we're going to bring Mari back in to enjoy the parade of achievements. There she is. We're going to say welcome to our first timers. We're going to recognize our major milestone achievers, our leading ladies, and I believe we have some new people. Yes, we do. We have 4 new people to welcome to Club 52, which is really nothing, but we have it. So, welcome first timers. I think we had 4. And they are Stacy from Florida. That's quite a name. I don't go there either. Penny Mann from Missouri, who I used to have in classes in when I lived at the lake. It was very fun to see her here. Cadence from Lake Worth, Florida. She's a junior crafter. I think that's really cute, Cadence. Libby from Virginia sent in this card, and I think Biddy Penny used those once upon a time. Our major milestone achievers, like 25, 50, 75 cards, etc. Tracy T. from Raleigh, well done. So fun to have you send in 25 cards. They don't have to be in a row. Beautiful Cards by Betty has sent in a quarter of a century, her silver anniversary. Well done, Betty. Bronwyn Bent from Western Australia has sent in 25. See how elegant that one is? Cynthia has sent in 25 as well, and hers is not. It's more gentle. Heather from Florida has sent in 25 beautiful cards.
So many pretty cards. Oh my gosh.
Melissa Miller said her golden anniversary. Well done. Yahoo! Mary Youngblood has sent in 75 cards. Well done, Mary. She's always here, one of the first ones here, too. Tammy Williams has also sent in 75.
Gosh.
That holographic paper's pretty. Crystal Wyckoff, I hope you're feeling better, has also sent in 75. So cheerful. Rose, one of our first contributors, has sent in 125.
That's a lot of cards.
It is. Luann Johnson also has sent in 125 cards. It's like a stack this high. And our leaders this week are Jackie Muller from Australia. She has sent in 142. And her twin with 142 consecutive cards, Smurf Murphy, who is not blue but does chair dance. Kathy Herring has sent in 146. Always pretty. And 5K Now 6K Lamone has sent in 148.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Ellen Card Monkey Jarvis has now sent in 159. The neighbors have the good candy. And Patty Beck, our leading lady, has sent in 176 consecutive cards. Never missed a week since episode 5. Welcome to Club 52. Megan from Illinois with the little shaker card. Judy from Wisconsin. And she's got a little craft roulette drawing on there. So cute. Melody from California.
Lots of Halloween cards.
Mm-hmm. And Tamara Andrews has little penguins floating down on snowflakes, she said. I thought that was really cute. Club 52 doesn't give you any perks, no discounts, no accolades, no achievements, no certificates, nothing. You just get the bragging rights to know that you have sent in 52 weeks worth of cards to Craft Roulette, which I think is cool. So
that's very cool. Well done.
So, yeah, it is. So thank you, one and all, for sending in those cards. Maybe next week you all be on there as a first-timer, you guys, that are new to watching us. We would love to meet you and your craft. So, you know what, Miss Mari? You know what that means? That
Time
means
to spin the wheel.
It's time to start getting serious about tonight. That
Okay.
was so last week. And there are those parameters we will be spinning for. They don't look scary.
No.
Nah, not at all.
Nah.
Not at all. Last time when you were on, I looked it up, and you said you wanted, if you had your wish, you would have a top folding A2 card. You'd use aquas and blues, flowers, and some texture.
Oh, wow. That's almost like what I chose for tonight.
Consistency is important.
Yeah.
But first, we're going to talk a little bit about vetoes. Like I said, our patrons get to have a little power in the show. And one of those powers is they get to vote a veto every week. And that means if we spin and land on a vetoed number, we're going to spin again. Doesn't mean you can't use it if it fits into the parameters that we do get. And for this week, they said no thank you to color tartan.
Oh,
and only by 3%. It was close, neck and neck. For element, they said no thank you to preserves, number 12.
Okay.
And for random, they said no thank you to 3-item cluster, number 23. Very good. Okay. Now, like we said, you didn't, we were talking before the show, you did not veto last time. But I hear you do have an idea this time.
Yeah, I would like to veto the pop-up.
The pop-up is now vetoed. It will be just in a second. There it is. Okay, that one is kind of scary, and I don't know if I've got it in me tonight either. So thank you.
I just thought, let's just veto that one.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of headache. No. What would you like if you were going to put your chips on a roulette wheel? What would you pick?
Yeah, so my perfect card parameters tonight, I thought, would be guess choice. So number 7. Yeah, and the color would be calm, number 3.
Okay.
And the element would be large flowers. No surprise there, number 1.
Number 1.
And then I really like mixed media, so I thought number 4 would be great.
Mixed media has been vetoed more than once.
Has it? That's my favorite thing. I love mixed media.
Well, let's talk about that when we get to it, okay? While we're crafting, let's bring that one back up, because it does seem scary to a lot of people, but it really isn't terrible. I think, anyway.
The thing is, it can be incorporated anyways into the card, even if it doesn't land on that. So
Correct. So it'll be fun to see if you do that. All right, well, I guess we're ready at this point to give this guy a warm-up. I gotta hold on to him. I always gotta move this guy out of my way and get situated. For project, what will we get? Do you guys like those choices? I think they're pretty good. For project, we're going to do card with circles. Not a problem. We're going to talk about each and every one of these. If you are new here tonight, this could get a little muddy, but hang on. For colors, it really doesn't make any sense at all if you don't know what's going on. Number 1, vegetable garden. Ooh, my vegetable garden doesn't look so good right now. And for element, it looks very, very sad. Kind of brown and crispy. Number 21, screens. Screens. And for random, the mind is racing. 17, the dreaded fuzz. We got the dreaded fuzz.
Fuzz?
This has also been...
What? I didn't even see fuzz on there.
It has been the villain for a number of weeks.
It has been the villain for quite a while. Now we're going to have to find a new one.
I don't even know what
be
that
the next
is.
one. Fuzz. Well, heck. Let's see. Let's go
when
through
I
this.
was young, we sometimes called the police the fuzz.
This is true. This is true. We could have pictures of Deputy Heidi on it. This is going to be your art project. We're not going to tell you what to do. We're not going to teach you anything tonight. We're going to leave that to the expert, Mari, on her crops and on her videos and things like that. But this is your art project. In art, you have extremes. There's the H-E-Y Google, and I spell it so that people's Googles don't go off. H-E-Y Google, what is screen? How do you use fuzz on a card? To abstractly interpreting fuzz on a card as a police car, perhaps, or maybe a little smoke with a Q-tip. Oh, there's lots of things we can do. Or, and also, you don't have to use these things as the big ta-da. It can be a focal point. It can be a background. It can be a sneaked in some little detail. You get to decide how you want to make it. You just have to include those 4 parameters. And as we say, if you can justify it, we'll accept it. So, okay, but fuzz has me kind of thrown off. Let's dice.
She does put these on the wheel herself.
I do. I do. And when I do put them on, I have an idea. And but that's been on here for, I've slept. So many times.
If only I'd used my veto for fuzz.
Well, we're going to, let's simmer on that one. Let's get through these other parameters first. So card with circles, that shouldn't be terribly hard. You can do all sorts of, it doesn't mean that it has to be big circles. You can have little circles if you want. Little gems would work with a circle. Or you can have a circle cutout, or you can have a circle card. What hit your well-kissed mind when you first heard that?
Probably I can imagine using a circle die to cut out the focal point for the front of the card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or even images that have circles on them.
I do have, so that's what I would do for circles. And then for screens.
Oops, we got a little focus. There we go.
Looks like a screen in the ground.
We're having a little.
Did we freeze there?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's working itself out. It'll come back.
Yeah.
So we're back.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, good. So yeah, I think I have something in mind for screens.
Okay. Well, when I did put screens on the board, I was thinking of any kind of screens, your phone, a monitor. But then I started thinking about it some more. There'd be like TV screens. There could be a windscreen. There could be a windshield screen.
Screening calls.
Screening calls. There could be screen doors. So you could get some country kind of looks, or use screen in a mixed media manner.
Right. Yeah.
Penny just asked, would a stencil count as a screen? And I don't know. I don't know the technical definition. That's an interesting thought, though.
Well, it does screen the ink or paint or goo from getting on the paper.
If you can justify it.
Whoa. Whoa. That's
there you
all
go.
I got to say. We got those well-kissed brains at work. Yeah, movies. You could have something to do with a movie. Silk screen. Silk screen is a great idea. I used to do silk screen. I always liked it. So, yep, I'm thinking we're going to have some good things with screen. What is really fun is when we get these parameters on here, and I think I know all the answers when I put them on the board, and then I see what these guys come up with and what the guest comes up with. And I'm such a small thinker. It never stops to amaze me how small my brain is. So I just love interacting with everybody and getting their ideas. So I think that will give some ideas. Are you maybe even a screen on a cutout window? You could put tulle as that kind of looks like a screen.
With silk screening, I think that stenciling would 100% count. And if you look up the definition of screen on Google, there are a ton of different definitions. So it is really wide open if you're stuck on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I already have an idea for fuzz.
Screen. Well, that didn't take you very long. So fuzz, seriously, could be all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a fuzzy animal who's looking
That's what
at
I
your
was
computer
thinking.
screen.
I was thinking of adding some fuzz with dots, like with a marker.
Yep. And so to use something fuzzy on a technique, if you can justify it, we'll accept it. We're pretty easy around here. But like you said, it could also be police. It could be something fuzzy. It could be if your brain's a little fuzzy. Those kind of things too. A fuzzy spider spiders are fuzzy, aren't they? And so are bees.
Yeah, spiders are definitely
Peach
fuzzy.
Peach fuzz.
Yeah, I thought
really
about
good
peaches.
too.
Yeah.
Or something with yarn that's been frayed, or a frayed end of some twine.
Fuzzy yarn. Yes, that would be great.
Or an iris petal has some fuzz to it. So you could do something like that. Yeah.
Sure.
And once again, Miss Mari, we get that darn spin and we go, I got nothing. And then we start talking about it and it grows and grows and grows. And then you're like, I don't know which way to go.
Right.
But we have to. Yeah.
Totally good.
Yeah.
That's why talking it out is so important.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Dryer lint is fuzzy. And I've made paper out of dryer lint. So it's even conceivable that handmade paper had once been fuzzy if you had used, and I used a screen to, get the moisture out. So handmade paper might actually be a double dip on these parameters if you had any, but of course I don't have any. But darn, that would be my brain's a little fuzzy right now. So anyway, all right.
Okay.
What do you think? You think we can do something?
Good. No, I'm good. I'm good to go.
I bet I'm glad to hear it, because we're going to get back to it right after this word about our other show on Tuesday in Review. We'll be right back. Yahoo! Does card making ever wear you out? Are you just having one of those days? You ever say to yourself, I wish there were more Craft Roulette on each week? Well, have we got good news for you? In Review is like part 2 of Craft Roulette, which features you, our card contributors. It'll be easy to find because it airs here on our Craft Roulette YouTube channel. We go live almost every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we do a number of fun things during the show, including Mail Call, where I share some of the nice cards and goodies people send us. Our Card Showcase, where we take a longer look at some of the contributions sent in from the most recent episode. And our Who Done It Mystery Game, where I recreate a card from the most recent episode's gallery, live on air. Everyone in the live chat gets to try and figure out which card I'm recreating. So, if you want more of what we do on Craft Roulette, you'll love our show in Review. The Who Done It Mystery Game is just a game, and we do not actually solve mysteries, but we do actually solve mysteries. The show is supposed to be on Tuesdays, but we reserve the right to reschedule as necessary. Mary will not always know what she is doing, especially with buttons and or math. Stretchy pants and snacks are not required, but advisable. Please bring a friend. Too much fun for one person included. Here we are once again, and I've pulled out some things. I don't know what I'm going to use quite yet. But anyway, I've got an A2 card top folding. I've got my You're a Wonderful Person stamp that is my go-to. I do have some cotton, a cotton ball, which I'm not sure if I want to use that, but maybe. And I did go out to the screen porch and got some screen. So I don't know if I'm going to use that, but I've got it. And then I just pulled out some circles from the back of a die. So I might be able to just do something. I don't know, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, crafters and craftettes. This may be one of those again. But no, I'm going to try really hard not to embarrass myself tonight. But you never know. And then vegetable garden. We really didn't talk about that. We got so excited about the fuzz. Which, I mean, doesn't everybody? But vegetable garden, to me, thinking of large to small greens, obviously some browns, some blues, and then some pops of little color. But that doesn't mean that you have to keep them in the same concentration as you would find in a vegetable garden. For instance, if you look at a vegetable garden, you might see primarily green, but you may look down close and see a bug and then start looking at those iridescent eyes and all those things and take that as your main color. It doesn't mean that since a garden, when you look at it big, is green, you have to use that as your main color. You get to decide. So, yep, but there's some other things in there. There's yellow and brown. I have flowers in my vegetable garden. And so there's also yellows and different things like that. Yep, I see that, Sylvia. I noticed that there's a little screen. I think it's a tablecloth, but it looks like a screen. So I may end up using that. I've used this little stamp set so much. So, it's okay, though. So, and then we have circles. So I may not make it a top fold. It may be a side fold. Maybe a top fold this way. And then work in these little guys. So I think that works for vegetable garden, right? I think so. That's pretty. We got that covered.
Can you justify it?
Can I justify it? Yes, I did. So that's all there is to it. Not any more, not any less. Okay, so screen. I've got. This is kind of cool stuff. You could, I wonder, just for test and for grins, I'm going to see what happens if I ink through it. Just for fun. This is not necessarily what I'm going to do. But it is necessarily what I'm going to do. So here we go. It would make a cool background. Maybe. Might make a lousy background. But it could make a cool background. And we won't know until we try.
We're getting word from Canada that Mari is ready.
Bring her on. Bring her on.
You're back.
Hello.
Got a bit of a pattern there. Oh, it's dirty too. Well, what did you come up with?
I definitely in my vegetable garden, when I used to have one, I always had peonies growing in my garden.
Oh, pretty.
So I am going to use this peony stamp. And I am going to stamp those out. I'm going to use a stencil to color them.
Which is going to be
or some
screen.
stencils. And I am going to put them on a circle die cut piece of cardstock and add them onto my project.
You have a well-defined plan.
Yeah, and I'm going to use a marker to add some kind of fuzzy appearance to some of my florals and leaves. That's my thinking.
I like it. I like it. Well,
I'm not sure if we've had many people justify their entire card before they make it. Usually after, but that's great. I like it.
Don't get used
Well,
to it,
I'm
Mr.
thinking
Producer.
through, like, as a teacher, you're always supposed to begin with the end in mind, right?
I knew there was something I missed.
That's what that's why I'm thinking that way.
Okay, well, so this little screen looks kind of good. It's definitely got some texture to it.
I love that. That is so cool.
Almost looks like those mermations of birds or whatever that is when all the birds fly over at one time.
Yeah.
So I think
I love that as a texture. That would be really good on your gel plate too.
Oh, it would. It would if I had a gel plate. So I've never gel plated.
Oh, you should
it
dabble
might
in
be-
that, Mary. It's really fun for making backgrounds for your cards.
I think it's kind of like binge. I'm afraid it might go like binging on Netflix or something. Like, oh, here's what you can do. And then you just sit there and then 12 days are passed and you haven't come up for air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's addicting for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gel press. But you can use pretty much anything you have in your craft space on the press.
Yeah, I know. Tell me more. I'm getting weak. Go for it. It
is an inexpensive tool, and you can use your inks. You can use your inks on it, or pretty much anything that you have. You wouldn't really need to buy any extra stuff.
Those are all things that are push my buttons.
Yeah. Just going to dry this ink a little bit.
Fuzz. I'm a little puzzled how I want to use fuzz.
What are you going to do, Mary?
Well, we have this Craft Roulette, the basic stamp set. And on it, we do have a little cop car for our enforcer here. We do have 2 law enforcers in our group. One is Mr. Producer, who is the chief of police, and he's very, very corrupt. And then
it's true.
And then there is Deputy Heidi, who does not have any qualms at all about calling me out if I forget a parameter.
That is so good.
This is for Deputy Heidi, and I could have. I don't know. We may have an idea.
Oh,
maybe
that's exciting.
Simple. Have these little cars, and then maybe some twine, and with a little fuzzed out ending.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. That sounds very exciting.
Look at?
We already got a submission.
What? Karen got her. That's because she's in Australia. She starts the day ahead of it in the morning, and we're all tired, and it's late.
That's amazing.
Karen, and she does good job too. It's not like she does a bad job. She makes great cards.
Fastest crafter on the earth.
I think she is. Oh, look at this fuzzy stuff.
Oh,
this is pretty fuzzable.
Oh, that's really fun fuzzy twine.
So maybe it's just going to be tied on, but it's going to be bigger than my focal point, and that doesn't work. I have to change it a little bit. Maybe it goes this way. Maybe this comes on here, and we just tie a little fuzzy on it.
Oh, that looks great.
I found this at there's a place where you can recycle craft supplies that you don't want.
Okay. Yeah. Whoops.
This was there.
Oh, that's perfect.
And I completely forgot about it.
We're seeing the juxtaposition of the architect versus the gardener tonight. The gardener plants stuff and sees what grows. The architect plans stuff out.
I start kind of with a plan, but I plan to start. That's that's better than not
That's
starting
all
at
you
all.
need. That's all you need.
I also had black. It looks like a tribble from Star Trek. But yep, look at that. They're just so cute. I knew I'd want them someday.
You knew that they'd come in handy at some point, huh?
That's right. What
That's the perfect size.
have you bought anything along those lines where you know you're going to want to buy it and use it someday?
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I feel like all crafters would be in that category.
And then you get home with the product and you go, what was I going to make again? Right? What was
No.
Yeah. That's okay. You know, this little girl is darling. I think she may have to come back to
Aw,
on a card
she
this
is
week.
cute.
She's always said the same thing. She doesn't know many things to say, but when you say you're you are a wonderful person often enough, you just really don't have to know much more.
No, exactly.
No.
I can't believe somebody finished their card already.
There.
That's amazing.
You know, her husband is Ray, and he's an excellent gardener, and he has a Instagram account, and he shows his things in his garden in Australia. It's just amazing stuff that he does.
Ooh.
So I'm wondering if he eats really well. And so instead of eating like Fritos like I eat and fruit snacks, that she eats all these really good vegetables. And so she's
bet.
Maybe it's translating into super sport, super fast crafter. I still don't think I'm going to go over to the other side, though. So when you go, you have a cabin. We were talking about this earlier. Is it a cabin near a lake where you fish and eat?
Yes. Yeah.
It's
like at a lake. It's at a lake. You bet. We're not right on the water, but our cabin is like a 2-minute drive to our marina where we have our boat and that. And then usually what we do is we take the boat to a private beach. We don't usually go to the public beach too much, especially if my son is there with his dog. We'll putz across the lake in the boat, and then because the doggy is a corgi and she just loves to run on the beach and play and stuff. So we like to kind of go where she can just run free and not have to worry about, the rules for the doggies at the beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Mari, we're getting a bunch of questions about the name of the stencils you're using.
Okay, so I'm using Alex Siberia Gorgeous Peonies, and that's the name of the stencils and the stamp. It's really, really a beautiful set. Very nice. And I'm using Gina K ink because I'm obsessed with her inks.
And what do you like about them?
I like the palette of the colors. Like there's so many beautiful colors with Gina's inks. And there's a self-smoothing agent in her ink so that they smooth out so nice. And they're just really easy to work with. That's like nice. I said, I love the colors. And I love Gina, so I like to support her too.
Yeah.
So,
we're big fans of Gina.
Yes.
She's amazing. She's just a really beautiful human being. I love her. So yeah, I like to use her stuff.
You have good taste in
people. But it's good stuff too.
Right. I think you're
right. Mm-hmm.
Good quality.
Yeah. And I think Alex Siberia is a company out of, I want to say, the UK.
It seems like it. It's kind of new, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty new.
Yeah.
Like about a year old, maybe?
Right. It seems like
But I love their products too. Gorgeous. super pretty.
So
She
we do
does a
have
lot of florals.
Well, it's no wonder you like her.
Yeah.
Up your alley. We do have
Not
some.
afraid of color
Oops.
saying she's Ukrainian.
Okay.
How about that?
Perfect.
We have a map from the Ukraine. I've talked about it before. It's called Enjoy the Wood, and it's the coolest map. It's 6
neat.
or 8 feet wide, and it's individual pieces, and it's wood, and it takes up a whole wall.
It's a world map.
It's a world map, yep.
Oh, that's very cool.
We didn't put Antarctica on, and we won't until we get a card from there.
Oh,
Then we will. I still have it. It's in the closet.
What is it, Mercator Station or whatever?
Yeah. So if you know any scientists, and this is my new plea, if you know any scientists that have crafting equipment down at the Antarctica, I am waiting, because you are the only continent we have not heard from. And I think it's going to happen. I just don't know when.
Yeah, I hope so. Mr. Producer, am I staying in focus here? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's great.
Perfect. Do you want me to
started with all of? Oopsie.
You could zoom in a pinch, yeah.
Want me to zoom in a little? Okay. What's that, Mary?
How'd you get started with all this?
That's great. You can zoom in too.
With crafting?
Paper crafting.
Well, I used to scrapbook with creative memory stuff back in the day, so that's kind of how I started with scrapbooking. And I started card making after a Stampin' Up party, and then I started selling Stampin' Up, and I did that for quite a few years actually. And teaching the classes, and that was Stampin' Up. That was really fun. And in 2014, I injured my back. I herniated a disc in my back, and I spent quite a bit. And I was, it happened in the summertime, so I was off from teaching, right, for the summer break. So I spent quite a bit of time watching scrapbooking YouTube videos. My kids were gone from home at that time. We had an empty nest. It's hopefully not going to get my head in the camera here, but
a pretty head. Don't worry about it.
And so anyways, during that time, I was watching a lot of scrapbooking videos on YouTube, and I thought, you know what? I could do this. I could start a YouTube channel. And I just kind of really dove headfirst into it. I went to my first Crop and Create, met the publisher of the magazine Scrapbook and Cards Today, Catherine Tashton, met Vicki Boutin for the first time, and Nicole Noasad for the first time, and started kind of working on some design teams after that. And yeah, things just led from one thing to the next.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
You just never know. You didn't grow up going, I want to be on YouTube.
No, there was no YouTube. Mary, when I graduated from high school, there were no computers yet.
Right. Right. There were, but they were like entire rooms.
Yeah. Well, the year after I graduated from high school, my school got a Commodore PET. And when my husband, he was 1 year after me, like he's 1 year younger than me. So they had this Commodore PET in school because we went to the same high school, and they were just all pumped about this. But I mean, like when I went to university, I was typing my essays on a typewriter. We didn't have a computer. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, things have changed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was no YouTube, that's for sure.
Nope. No. There wasn't any GPTIXYZ.
No, exactly.
Got fuzz on my scissors.
I'm going to add my fuzz after I get things assembled here.
Catherine Heaven asks,
Yes.
what would be, if you were teaching a newbie, what would you say, what would your one piece of advice be? go mixed media?
Oh, I would say take it slow and try one thing at a time. Don't try to sort of like dive in head first. I would
Yeah.
say kind of like take your time and try one technique, one thing at a time, so to speak, and see what you like before you sort of go whole hog and buy all the things.
Right. That's good advice.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you could really go crazy for sure.
Yeah. Don't go into debt until you know.
Yeah.
Don't build the she shed until you're sure. Right? Don't kick the kid out of its
100%.
room. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you saying you got to be sure about the she shed?
Kelly said
Gotta be sure about the
about
she shed.
the she shed.
That's a real tongue twister, that one.
Are there tongue twisters in French?
Je pense, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably any language.
It sure is a mystery to me. It sure is pretty. You can say anything and it sounds pretty.
Yeah, French is I think it's a pretty language.
I did get a French dictionary in the last 2 months.
Okay.
Mostly because it was really cute, but also because I thought maybe I'll learn something.
Yeah.
But it hasn't worked so far.
Well, there is a app called Duolingo. Do you know about that, Mary?
Nope.
And Duolingo allows you to learn the language. It's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
I like to listen to French TV radio now and again because I'm not around. I'm not speaking French all the time like I was when I was teaching. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to lose it. I do substitute teach a little bit now and again. And when I sub, I sub in the French immersion program here in the city where I live. And so that's good because it gets me into the classroom and speaking some French.
My husband substitutes in Spanish at a
nice
school.
It's fantastic.
And I see Chris. I see Chris, our sole South American crafter, in the chatterbox. Hola, Chris.
Hola.
She just she got 100 cards sent in. She lives in Ecuador.
Wow.
And when she first started watching us, she was all laid up because she had a horrible ankle break or something. And so she couldn't do anything, but she made the most creative cards because she wasn't in her home. She didn't have her studio, and she had to kind of just pull stuff from thin air, basically.
Oh my gosh.
She made some really cool cards.
Excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
That is fun. I don't know much Spanish. I think I know ¿Cómo está? Is that right? ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está? And muy bien?
Yeah, muy bien. It's I think I know how to speak it until I speak to somebody that knows Spanish, and then they assure me really quickly that I'm bad and it's okay. Because if I just check with whoever I'm going to say something in Spanish first and say, "Do you know Spanish?" And they say no, then I can say something. And they don't know that it's bad. Mucho gusto. There you go. Yeah, it's a good language too. It's very handy.
Yeah. Well, we've been to Mexico a few times on holiday and have picked up a little bit here and there, but like basically I know nothing.
I'm so excited I remembered this for Fuzz. I really didn't have that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Are there any other questions at this point?
Yes, I have more questions. And we were going to talk about mixed media. And
Oh, yeah.
Irene Smith does ask that people struggle, and she says herself included, with something that you know so well, mixed media. Any tips on how you should approach mixed media projects that could help her get over the hump?
I would say, you know, just try one medium, kind of like the other question, where do you start kind of thing. I would say pick a medium. Maybe it's acrylic paint, and try one technique with it, something really simple. And I would say make a bunch of backgrounds, like just make backgrounds. Don't even try to make a card. Just focus on making some backgrounds for cards. And then as you build your technique repertoire, then make cards with those backgrounds as you go. I think that would be a good approach.
Yeah.
I teach classes for a couple of stores, and the classes that I teach, we're working with All in Create. I don't know if that's a company that you're familiar with, Mary. And
right offhand.
it's a company out of the, is it France or the UK? Somewhere in Europe. And the classes are pretty mixed media. Like it's not, we don't go like too crazy in the classes. We just kind of keep it really kind of basic and simple. And that seems to go over really well with people that are just kind of getting started with their mixed media journey.
You don't start with the Sistine Chapel.
No, that's right. Exactly.
And build, and then just build a little bit more and a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of like the gels and the pastes and those sort of things in mixed media, or are you mostly
I love
paint?
all of it. I love gels and pastes and paint and sprays, and I have all of it in my space. Like I love playing with all of that stuff. Definitely. Yeah.
So how do you rein it in then so that you don't get too junky? I think that's
Right.
something
Yeah.
that
Too messy,
people,
kind of like, yeah. I get what you're saying. Like, because I would say that, even though I like mixed media, I'm still a bit of a minimalist. Like I don't go too crazy with it. But yeah, I think that I just try to start out with a few mediums, trying not to get too wild.
Have you ever jumped the shark when you've gone one too many mediums over the line?
Probably. Yeah, probably when I'm working in my art journal, I've done that.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I mean, you can really go to town in your art journal.
Yeah.
I like to use my art journal for trying different techniques and testing things out.
Yeah.
How's your card
Because
coming,
that's
Mary?
just for you, right? That's just,
Yeah,
your art journal is just for you.
just for you. Exactly. I'm just going to grab a sentiment.
Help yourself. You're doing beautifully. Other colors.
I like to keep a little container of sentiments pre-made in my space. I am going to do some splatter on this.
Ooh, I'm grounded from splattering.
Yeah.
Now that's something with all your good new equipment. You might step away from the equipment, Miss Mari.
Get the splat
There's
box out.
splatter all over the monitors and everything.
Oh, seriously, I can relate. My mouse has splatter on it. Yeah, my old Archon stand covered with white splatter.
I said just don't get it on the lens.
So now gosh. I turn away and block it. I do body blocks.
Yeah, I use my hand a lot. I use my hand quite a bit.
Yep. I have a box and it's on my chair, and today I was doing some splatters and now it's on my chair. Got out of the splatter box. I must be a very passionate splatterer. So
Yeah, there you go. You splatter with passion.
that's the one.
Oh,
Do you have any long-term crafting wishes? Do you have some things that you are still on your list that you want to explore and try and master?
oh gosh. I love to watercolor.
Uh-huh.
That's something I'd like to do more of for sure and get better at. My son and I were taking a watercolor class together,
Oh, cool.
and the pandemic happened.
Oh.
So we didn't kind of really get to finish it. Trying to center my circle here. I think it might be down. I think it's done. It is where it's going to be. Yeah, so we were taking a really lovely watercolor class before the pandemic and didn't get to finish. So I would like to do more of that.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
That was a lot of fun. I might do gold splatter on this one.
That would be very elegant.
Yeah.
These little gems are from Trinity Stamps. They're
I love Trinity's embellishments.
Look at these.
They're
Are these
so
just the cutest
good.
little things?
Yeah,
Tanissa's
Tanisa
in the
has
chat.
the.
Yeah.
Hi, Tanisa. Hey, girl. I
She's
saw
going to be on our
Tanisa.
October 7th.
I saw that. That's fantastic. I saw Tanisa at Creativation.
Oh, how nice. I do
Yeah.
have to go to that.
Not
someday.
sorry, not Creativation. It was at Create
Create.
where I saw
uh-huh.
her. I was in Columbus twice within 3 weeks or something like that.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
That's good.
Never been there before, and I was there twice.
Isn't that the way of it?
Yeah.
True.
We got to sit next to each other. Yes, we did, Tanisa.
Aw.
We were doing make and takes, and the Trinity booth was just, our table was right behind us. I was working
Mhm.
with Crafter's Companion,
Mhm.
and yeah, it was nice. They were using little lemon embellishments for their project. They were doing these little lemonade cups, I think it was. They were so
nice.
cute.
Sound adorable. You know, it's so funny. Now, does this happen to you? When you look at your card, you see one thing, and then you look on the screen, and you see it completely differently.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I'm looking like I need a few more gems, just scattered about.
It's
Now,
super
Mari,
cute. Mari.
we
Thank
have
you.
some maybe a citizen's arrest request
Oh my
wondering
gosh!
about your fuzz. And remember,
It's
I am
coming.
corrupt and drivable.
Do you have good beer in Canada?
Do you think, Stephen, that my Mr. Producer, that my gold is fuzzy?
Ooh.
That's my
Once
French
again, we
laugh.
like to say if you can justify it. Now, if you can tell me why it's fuzzy, I will say yes.
Because it
Well-
soaks into the paper fuzzy.
Yeah, it makes things look fuzzy. Can you see how it kind of makes it look fuzzy? If not, if we don't think it looks fuzzy, my original idea was to add some fuzz with a marker.
I think we should ask chat because they brought this up. So if you think it's fuzzy, say fuzzy. If you think it's not fuzzy, say not fuzzy.
Not fuzzy.
Please.
I
I'm
love it.
abstaining. I am absolutely Switzerland here. Do you want me to give you some fuzzy thread? I'd be happy. I can throw pretty far.
I really
Your
love
peony
your
leaves
fuzzy
have
thread.
fuzz on them.
Okay, what I was thinking of doing, what are people saying? Not fuzzy.
The
Oh,
early
gosh.
votes are not fuzzy.
No way, Mari.
Friendly, not fuzzy. Dang. Tough
Okay,
audience.
I'm adding marker fuzz, everyone. I hope I don't get my head into the shot here. Okay, see how this
That might have been the
this-
least corrupt thing I've done in a while.
Now, when I'm really fuzzing it up here, everybody. Like, this is making my peony look weirdly fuzzy.
Fuzz or not to fuzz. This week there is no question.
I do like this, actually. This is kind of fun. What do we
If
think?
everybody squints, anything can be fuzzy.
That's right.
What do you think, Chatterboxes? What is marker fuzz?
It is a new thing invented right here.
Yeah, I think it's fuzzy. I personally think the gold added fuzz. I used this product. It's Jane Davenport Star Power ink, and it's quite a chunky when dry product. And it is actually really dimensional on here. I think I can justify it as being fuzzy, but my R32 Peach Copic marker is also kind of adding a little fuzzy look.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of texture that makes it look a little fuzzy.
Yeah, makes it look a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
Might have
like
to import some Molsons.
So what? Is that beer?
Yeah, let me just tell you, Molson Canadian is good beer. Too funny.
Well,
too funny.
to some people, it looks fuzzy, very fuzzy. So, yeah. So this is a tough one.
I also think
sometimes it fuzzes into the paper. Some of those little splatter type things.
See, look at Sherry says on her screen, it looks very fuzzy. Yay, Sherry.
She's getting Molsons.
Yeah, sending her some Molson Canadian.
Well, I think you're getting off the hook.
What's that?
I think you're getting off the hook.
Okay, yay.
That the fuzz won't have to come get you because you did include fuzz.
It's dimensionally fuzzy.
Yes, it is. It's future and present fuzzy.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do have the thoughtful question of the day from our rockstar Grandma Gay, which we will ask you when we get back. But I'm going to make sure so I don't get arrested, that I have all the parameters met. And I have card with circles. Now, that's like one circle or more circles. I do have multiple circles, but I think I'm okay with that. I've got vegetable card and colors. I've got the beautiful blue sky. I've got green leaves, more blue sky, some yellow corn, and some fanciful bugs that have landed on my radishes. I don't have any radishes, but I bet there's a pink butterfly or something like that I have seen. I have pink flowers. I'm good. Okay, because I put those in my garden. And screens, I did a little bit of used some screen from my screen porch and used it as a stencil, and then I added fuzzy ribbon. Take that. That is my card for 182, and I'm sticking with it.
Perfect.
Let's see about you.
Well, I've got I have my circle in the background there, and I have my flowers that are growing in my vegetable garden, and I have my the screens for the stencils, and then also that embossing folder that I used for the background kind of looks like a screen a little bit as well.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
And then my fuzz, I have to say I probably could have improved my fuzz game here, but I think that the splatter and the dots on the peonies make them look more fuzzy.
I think you're right.
The peach fuzz marker, I think, absolutely counts as well.
Yes. It's kind of, is that meta to say, is that what meta would be?
It is a peach marker. That's right.
Which I don't understand what that means, but
Self-aware.
Never stopped me. Oh, Deputy Heidi says you are clear to submit.
Yay!
That was tough. She's
awesome.
A tough one too.
Thanks, Heidi.
Got through it. Well, let's go ahead and tell everybody how they can play, because we want to see how people interpret fuzz. Like, we'll probably get 300 plus different interpretations of it at this point. There's going to be a lot of fun in the gallery. So let's tell them how to play. who we have coming up. Little thank you to our patrons. Give some stuff away and come back and say goodnight to you. How's that?
Sounds great.
All right. She did great. That's a beautiful card. Man alive. See, she's just classy and beautiful, and she does beautiful, beautiful work. You are going to want to play, right? Even if you've never played before or you haven't played in a while, we have a seat right here for you. We are going to have a wonderful gallery that we all get to enjoy, and you do that by sending in a card to craftroulette.live. There is a form already up there, so you just have to electronically upload it. Make sure you include those 4 parameters and fit in those community standards. Then have that done by Sunday night, and if you're a patron, you're smart, and we thank you, and you have till Thursday night. We have some great guests coming up. We have Amy Schruck from Amy's Wares next week. We get to meet her. I have not met her yet, but she seems terrific. Amanda Stevens is going to come in the night before October 7th when we spend a long time together, right, Amanda? And then Artist Percy Robb, who will also be on the October 7th show, will be coming in for a debriefing with us to see what she thought of the show, and she's very smart. And then we get to meet Nikki Baxley. I'm looking forward to that. She's like a nurse practitioner. So if we have any medical questions, we don't want to ask them. It's just rude, just save them. And then Karis Young will be joining us from Artful Angel. Lots of fun every week with these wonderful, wonderful guests. There's those patrons. We do have 2 calls coming up this week, patrons. We have the birthday card party on Thursday at noon Central Time for Fun Supporters and Up. And I have some cards to be making. Patty Beck's birthday is in October. We do have a card exchange with our patron group. And Patty Beck's birthday is in October, and she got to pick her own parameters they're tricky too. I'm get to make that card during that call. And then we have a fun call on Saturday, and that's an extended call where we get to hang out. I'll be probably scrapbooking, but I don't know what I'll do for sure. But we do have a lot of fun. You're always invited just for being a patron. Just a cool way to say thank you for supporting us here at Craft Roulette and getting the fun out all over the world. Look at all you beautiful, beautiful people. Thank you. That old spinning wheel and some spaghetti. That's not spaghetti, that's confetti. I did not have any Molsons. I didn't. My daughter was asking me the other day, when was the last time you had a beer, Mom? And I said, I think it was in the 1970s. And she was like, what? But I think it was. Anyway, maybe I'm due. But anyway, this means it's giveaway time, and we have some wonderful prizes to give away. Shall we give away a Krog? A Craft Roulette original giveaway, a handmade card with an itty bitty gift. If you sent in one of those 350 some cards last week, your name will be up there. This goes all over the world with a smile and a stamp. Very good. Ooh. April Palmer, we're not going too far, just to the East Coast. Well done. We do ask that you contact us on craftroulette.live. There is a claim prize form that opens up after the show, probably after the spins. Then you can do that. You may not hear from me until Monday, so don't panic. Don't panic. I know you get excited, and I try to do early, but sometimes I don't, and I don't want anybody to panic. A goodie bag is full of good stuff that have been donated by our viewers. They are really good. Cindy R., congratulations. And make sure you use the same email that you used to send in your card, because there is a safeguard and it will not be accepted if you try to use somebody else's email. We're safety conscious around here. For a Creative Scrapbooker magazine subscription for a year, get 4 of those beauties. Make sure you follow them on Facebook too. They have a great group. Jody. I just think you're going to enjoy that subscription so very, very much. Congratulations. And for a Catherine Pooler gift certificate. She has a new jar stamp that's so darn cute. I think people would enjoy that one. And it's going to, do you see your name? Do you see your name? Oh, Carrie! Carrie, congratulations! Just let me know you want it, and we'll get it your way. For a Sweet Sentiment stamp, gift certificate. Isn't giveaways fun? Isn't they fun? Aren't they fun? Verb, subject. It's okay. Pamela Kephart, nicely done. Isn't that fun? You just send in a card and you qualify. I think it's not a shabby thing at all. Pretty cool. And for Hero Arts, who is a new spin sponsor to us, we thank you for joining us. They're not a new company, though. Make sure you do, if you could go through our craftroulette.live link, it would be great because then we can see who you guys are looking into. Maggie G, congratulations. We can keep track of who's getting the best traction and all that kind of stuff. There's also some affiliate links and some discount codes that we have on there just for you. And so if you could do that, we'd appreciate it. Go to craftroulette.live, associates, spin sponsors, and you'll see them all. There's a whole bunch of them. We thank you all. And a lot of them are coming back for the October 7th Erica Post birthday World Card Making Day. And Darcy's birthday, too. Linda Gorman's granddaughter. So let's bring back Miss Mari. Miss Mari, who makes the beautiful cards. There she is. Yahoo! You did it. How do you feel?
Woo! We did it. It was so much fun.
Now, are you just rip-roaring to go teach that class tomorrow?
I'll be ready. I might go over to my daughter's this evening and visit her a little bit. And then I'll go to bed and get up in the morning and go teach.
Nice. Do you have anything else going on that mixed media in your future? How often do you do, we lost her. Hang on. She'll be back.
Some cards, see me?
Yeah, now
I'm not sure what happened there.
The mysteries of the internet.
So I'm teaching at 2 Crop and Create events in November. I'm teaching at the paper crafting event and the holiday event. So that'll be fun. And I think I have another virtual class with the All in Create series in November. And in December, we're going on a holiday. So I'm really looking forward to the holiday.
Good. You keep yourself quite busy, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we have Grandma Gay's thoughtful question of the day. Are you ready? She says,
yes.
Just at dawn, the light filters through the mist, catches the dew in the garden, and creates a fairy rainbow. What colors shimmer there?
Oh, wow. Definitely purple.
I knew that was coming. Because you are Team Purple and Team...
Yeah. Blue. Yeah. Purple and blue for sure. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Would there be some little glints of pink or anything else?
Probably. I think just a lot of kind of like iridescent sparkle for me. How about you?
What would you see? I can see your rainbow right there. Yeah. It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And the little fairies underneath are all sitting at their little craft tables. And they're throwing up little puffs of glitter, and that's what we see.
Exactly. All that glitter dust. Yeah.
In the theater, they actually have pixie dust. It's special for glitter for theater. But anyway, I digress. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed our evening together, as per usual.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
yes.
My pleasure.
Good.
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Kiss those brains. There you go. Mr. Producer, thank you so very much for being there and helping us through all the little technical things. Mari, we'll see you next time. Until then, happy crafting, y'all. Love y'all.
Happy crafting. Bye, everyone.
Night-night.